Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of
the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jody, could you call the roll, please?
Dennis,
Here.
Harold,
Here.
Hollenbaugh,
Here.
Musgrave,
Here.
Robinette.
Here.
Okay. Thank you all for being here this evening. We're going to start out with a swearing in.
President, it would be a great pleasure this evening to administer the oath of office to our new Deputy Police Chief, Adam Scaff. So in order to make this official, Chief, I'm hoping that you would join me. And Adam, if you and your fiancee Jory would please come up to the front, we'll go ahead and administer this oath. Yep, right here is good. Will you please raise your right hand and repeat after me, please? I, Adam Scaff,
I, Adam Scaff,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the State of Ohio,
of the State of Ohio,
and the laws and ordinances
and the laws and ordinances
of the City of Bowling Green.
of the City of Bowling Green.
And I will faithfully discharge the duties
And I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office to which I have been appointed,
of the office to which I have been
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
for your service.
Yep. Good.
No remarks. Well, I will just add, Adam has been a member of our police division for how many years?
Almost 24.
Almost 24 years, and this is not your first promotion. Adam has served this community, this department diligently, and we are proud of your service. We're thankful for your service, and we have every reason to believe that you'll continue to make this community and make the police division proud of your performance. So thank you very much for your willingness to lead.
Appreciate the opportunity and appreciate the community.
Congratulations. Thank you. That's yours.
All right. Adam, thank you very much. All right. Prior to the meeting, the minutes from our May 19th meeting were distributed. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Correspondence. Jody, do we have correspondence this evening?
We have one item this evening. The financial budget summary report for the month of April 2025 was received and distributed to council prior to this evening's meeting and is noted for the record.
Okay. Do we have any lobby visitations?
We do. Lindsay Joe Durham.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Jo Durham, and I live at 1082 Fairview Avenue. On behalf of the Human Relations Commission, I'd like to thank everyone that applied for a grant. There were several worthy applicants, and 5 grants were given to 4 organizations. For those in attendance representing the grant recipients, I'd like you to stand when I discuss your award. First, the Wood County Educational Service Center was awarded 2 separate grants. The first grant, for $100, will be used for their Grandparents Raising Grandchildren / Kinship Support Group. This group provides a safe and welcoming environment for those who are raising other people's children to come together and meet one another to discuss topics they are faced with. During this time, Wood County ESC also offers information about community agencies that are available to help and offer them a sense of belonging in the school district. To maximize participation, childcare and a meal are also provided during the meeting time. This group typically meets the last Thursday of the month at 6 p.m., though dates and times may vary. The grant Wood County ESC received will be used to cover the cost of food for the group when they're in Bowling Green. The second grant Wood County ESC received is for $250 for their back-to-school trunk or treat. This event is to supply local students with essential back-to-school supplies they may not otherwise be able to afford. Because those who need assistance may not fall below the poverty line, Wood County ESC does not ask for income verification. The grant they received will cover the cost of glue sticks and dry erase markers, two supplies they say are rarely donated. The event takes place on August 7th at their location. Wood County ESC is committed to the children of our community and making sure that nobody is left behind. I'd like to give them the award. The next grant awarded was for $250 and given to Live Music Group for their Bowling Green Christmas Community Concert on December 16th. This event aims to bring the community together and offer a reprieve during the stressful holiday season. Admission to the concert is free with a canned good donation. This year, the grant will be used to help cover the cost of entertainment. There we go. Next, HRC awarded $250 to BGO Pride for their Bowling Green Pride event on June 28th. The purpose of their event is to create a safe and welcoming space for members of the LGBTQIA+ community to celebrate their true and authentic selves. Pride hosts representatives from other local nonprofits and the health department who will be providing a health bus for screenings. In today's climate, HRC found it especially important to support the LGBTQIA+ community. The grant BGO Pride received will be used to cover the cost of hiring security that has become increasingly necessary. Last but certainly not least, HRC awarded La Conexión $250 for their annual Hispanic Heritage event on October 4th. This celebration commemorates and highlights the rich cultural traditions, history, and contributions of the Hispanic community living in Wood County. The community is invited to come together to experience Hispanic culture through food, dance, music, and educational activities. The event creates cultural awareness, strengthens community ties, and benefits all members by celebrating inclusion, diversity, and most importantly, the human experience. HRC also felt it was an especially important time to support the Hispanic community. The grant La Conexión received will be used to help cover the cost of entertainment and the printing of brochures and signage. Once again, HRC would like to thank everyone who applied and encourage submitting again later this year. The window to apply for a 2026 grant will be from October 1st to December 31st, 2025, with applications being reviewed at the January 2026 HRC meeting. More information can be found on the city's website. That is all for HRC, but I would also like to take a moment to say happy birthday to Mr. Robinette.
Thank you.
Applause for you too. Thank you.
Mr. President,
Mr. Harold.
I just want to commend you, Lindsay Joe, and the HRC. I have seen in the past year really significant growth in the way that this is done, where you've met, you've discussed things, you've put criteria together, you've put a forum together. It's really advanced to the point where you now have a mechanism in place to be able to make these very important decisions. So I think HRC and you should be commended for bringing this forward.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And now we all sing happy birthday to, no, I'm just kidding.
Debbie Thompson.
And I have a little trick so I can see better now. Oh, I can see all your faces. Debbie Thompson, 1003 Chauncey Lane, apartment 32 in Bowling Green. The Transportation and Mobility Action Team a committee of the BG Save Our Neighborhoods group is excited to announce that we will be launching a walk audit project soon. A traditional walk audit uses volunteers to walk through neighborhoods looking at the conditions of sidewalks and submitting a report form. The city of Bowling Green invested in a sidewalk survey last year. Maybe you remember the machines traveling the walks over a period of months in 2024. As a result, the city has a wonderful sidewalk survey in GIS with videos and additional information. So the BG Song Walk Audit will focus on various intersections in Bowling Green that have been suggested by residents. We will review the walk, don't walk signs, ADA ramps, and crosswalks, as well as paying close attention to the pedestrians using the crosswalks and drivers using the streets. We want to be sure that all residents feel safe crossing the roads at appropriate times. We invite you to join us as a walk audit volunteer. A fun and informative kickoff event will be held on Wednesday, June 18th at 4 p.m. in a downtown location to train volunteers and provide the materials they'll need. We'll meet individually with anyone who is not available on that date. Volunteers will be assigned to monitor 1 or 2 selected areas twice over a 2-week period. Total time commitment will be 1 to 2 hours. The end date for the audit is July 1st. We hope to recruit elected officials, service clubs, members of local churches, and any other residents with an interest in pedestrian safety. To sign up or ask questions, please email us at bowlinggreensong@gmail.com and mention the walk audit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oops. I have copies for you guys too.
All right.
Thank you.
Mary Hinkleman.
Good evening. Mary Hinkleman, Executive Director of the Bowling Green Chamber, 217 South Church Street, and Executive Director of Visit BG, and I've got things to announce for both of those organizations. First, we've got GOBA coming up, and I think you've heard a little bit about that. They'll be here the June 13th through the 15th, leaving on the 16th, but then they'll be back to pick their cars up. And in the midst of that time, we have shuttles going on. And I am looking for some people to jump on the buses, 2.5 hour shifts, to kind of give people a little background. We will have scripts ready, and for anybody willing to do it, they'll earn $20 in downtown dollars and a Visit BG t-shirt. So jump on board here. It'll just create a much nicer experience for people so they know where they're going. We can point things out. And we're just doing it for a few hours on each of the shuttle days. Also on Sunday, the 15th, which is also Father's Day, from 5 to 8 p.m. out at Wooster Green, we will have Ginger and the Snaps playing some great music, and we will have portable putt-putt course out there and some ribbon dancing for the kids. So the community is invited to come out and celebrate with the cyclists. So please, please, please come out and let these people know that we're welcoming them to our community. They will be downtown quite a bit, spending downtown dollars that were purchased. So we're super excited about that portion of economic development that these people bring. We're estimating right about 800 right now. It might go a little bit higher, but right about 800 people coming in on that. We also have our annual Porcaline fundraiser for the BG Boom Festival and Fireworks. That's happening Wednesday, June the 14th, 4 to 7 p.m. And we have a different location, but not different than last year. If you remember, we had terrible weather set in, so we moved our location out to the Northwest Ohio Tractor Pullers Association property. We had great cover. We had a great kitchen to work out of, so we have decided to do it out there again. It will be set up as a drive-through, so just pull in, place your order, and swing on around. Super efficient, and you'll be supporting BG Boom Festival and Fireworks. And if you want to volunteer, we can always take grillers. And of course, that wonderful event, BG Boom Festival and Fireworks, will happen on July the 3rd. Details coming soon with whatever thing's going to happen out there. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
That's everyone for this evening.
Okay. Unless things have changed recently, there's legislation,
Correct.
which brings us to official reports. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, Council. I don't really have a report, but I did want to take a moment to offer my congratulations and also my appreciation for those organizations receiving grants from the HRC today. It strikes me that all of those organizations have a strong presence here in this community, are making a positive, having a positive influence, and the events that you are staging, I think, are certainly beneficial to our community. So I'm grateful for your time and effort in organizing and presenting those events for our community to enjoy. And also second Bill's comments and extend my appreciation to the HRC. That's good work in putting together those grants. So keep up the good work. That's all I have, subject to any questions that you might have.
Does anyone have any questions for the mayor this evening? Okay. Municipal Administrator, Ms. Treader.
Good evening, Council. Just want to remind you that there is a special council meeting scheduled for next Thursday, June 12th at 5 p.m. Jody will put out the notices, of course. Just want to update you on the content of that meeting. As you recall, in December, Council heard a presentation from our safety facilities consultants. And at the conclusion of that meeting, we were asked to complete the report and return to City Council with a recommendation. In the months that have followed, that report has been completed. We have been doing a lot of work to form recommendations for all of you, and we will present them to you that evening, and we look forward to sharing and having that conversation on the 12th. That completes my report, subject to your questions.
Does anyone have any questions for Ms. Treader this evening? Okay. Acting City Attorney, Mr. Marsh.
To turn it off or on? The only report is there's another Brown in the world now. She was born Friday, and which explains why her dad is not here tonight. So once again, I'll thank the mayor for doubling the pay for this position. It's still not attracting anyone, though. Other than that, no report.
Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Marsh this evening?
Mr. President, I have 12.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Good to see you, Mike.
It's good to be seen. I'm for birthdays, Greg. Having had a lot of them. Yeah.
Public Infrastructure Director, Mr. O'Connell.
Good evening. Our wastewater treatment plant superintendent, John Bella, just retired at the end of May. He had been with the city for 36 years, I believe. Had been superintendent for 2 or 3 years and assistant superintendent before that and chief operator and operator. And so he'd worked himself up from working midnight shifts all the way to the head manager at the wastewater plant. So we really appreciate his many years of service. Staff out there threw a nice luncheon for John and had a nice send-off for him. So we wish him the best in his retirement. Next week, Jim O'Neill and I will be out of town at the APPA National Conference. It's American Public Power Association. We did receive bids back on the wastewater plant final clarifier project. Peterson Construction was a low bidder at $10.1 million. The engineer's estimate was 11.2, I believe. So we did get one under that. There were 2 other bids that were awardable, but Peterson was the low bidder there. They've done several projects for us at the wastewater plant and also at the water plant. So we're looking forward to having them complete that project. It'll probably be about a year and a half, possibly a 2-year construction out there. So many long time yet to come on that project. And then finally, we did receive consultant qualifications back for our water plant reservoir study. And we got three qualifications submitted. We did select the most qualified and let them know that we'll be looking for a phone call and a meeting with them to discuss the proposal and next steps to get a contract signed and get that project moved forward. So that is all I have unless you have questions.
Any questions for Mr. O'Connell this evening? Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Council committee reports.
Mr. President,
Ms. Phipps?
the Planning, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee held the required public hearings on ordinances 9274 and 9276 before our meeting tonight. Those were both with regard to setting interim zoning on recently annexed properties.
Any other council committee reports? All right. Jody, could you lead us in the reading of legislation?
Sure. There is no legislation for first reading. Legislation for second reading. Resolution 3882 for second reading. Resolution adopting the estimate of revenues for the year 2026. Resolution 3883 for second reading. Resolution approving the petitions for renewal and the plan of services to be provided by the Bowling Green Central Business Special Improvement District Incorporated, approving the properties of the municipal corporation in said plan of services, and approving the City of Bowling Green's cooperative cost share.
Mr. President,
Mr. Harold?
I move that we give Resolution 3883 its third reading.
Second. Properly moved and seconded. Jody?
Harold,
Yes.
Hollenbaugh,
Yes.
Musgrave,
Yes.
Phipps,
Yes.
Robinette,
Yes.
Dennis.
Yes.
All right, the rules are suspended for Resolution 3883.
Resolution 3883 for third reading. Resolution approving the petitions for renewal and the plan of services to be provided by the Bowling Green Central Business Special Improvement District Incorporated, approving the properties of the municipal corporation in said plan of services, and approving the City of Bowling Green's cooperative cost share.
Mr. President,
Mr. Harold?
I move that we adopt Resolution 3883. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Jody?
Hollenbaugh,
Yes.
Musgrave,
Yes.
Phipps,
Yes.
Robinette,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Harold.
Yes.
All right, Resolution 3883 is adopted.
Resolution 3884 for second reading. Resolution declaring the necessity to implement the plan of services adopted by the Bowling Green Central Business Special Improvement District Incorporated as approved in Resolution Number 3, and declaring the necessity to levy a special assessment for the services set forth in said plan upon the lots and lands benefiting under the plan.
Mr. President,
Mr. Harold?
I move that we give Resolution 3884 its third reading. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Jody?
Musgrave,
Yes.
Phipps,
Yes.
Robinette,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Harold,
Yes.
Hollenbaugh.
Yes, the rules are suspended for Resolution 3884.
Resolution 3884 for third reading. Resolution declaring the necessity to implement the plan of services adopted by the Bowling Green Central Business Special Improvement District Incorporated as approved in Resolution Number 3883, and declaring the necessity to levy a special assessment for the services set forth in said plan upon the lots and lands benefiting under the plan.
Mr. President,
Mr. Harold?
I move that we adopt Resolution 3884. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Jody?
Phipps,
Yes.
Robinette,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Harold,
Yes.
Hollenbaugh,
Yes.
Musgrave.
Yes.
All right, Resolution 3884 is adopted.
Ordinance 9278 for second reading. Ordinance for cleaning of streets by special assessment. Ordinance 9279 for second reading. Ordinance amending and adopting changes to section 70.35 of the codified ordinances of the City of Bowling Green, Ohio regarding eligibility for police tow list and establishment tow charge rates. That sounded funny. Ordinance 9280 for second reading. Ordinance amending and adopting changes to section 38.02 and certain sections of chapter 159 of the codified ordinances of the City of Bowling Green, Ohio regarding classification of civil offenses and exterior property maintenance. Ordinance 9281 for second reading. Ordinance authorizing the placement of 416 West Wooster Street on the local historic register with historic overlay zoning as suggested by the Historic Preservation Commission. Ordinance 9282 for second reading. Ordinance accepting annexation of approximately 2.66 acres of land located at 14556 Sandridge Road in Plain Township, Wood County, Ohio, from Raymond Curris, agent and petitioner. Ordinance 9283 for second reading. Ordinance establishing interim zoning of R1 low-density residential zoning for the approximately 2.66 acres of land located at 14556 Sandridge Road and recently annexed to the city as petitioned for by Raymond Curris, agent and petitioner. Ordinance 9284 for second reading. Ordinance accepting annexation of approximately 2.92 acres of land located at 14618 Sandridge Road in Plain Township, Wood County, Ohio, from JTMG Holdings LTD, petitioner, and Anthony Wolf, agent. Ordinance 9285 for second reading. Ordinance establishing interim zoning of R1 low-density residential zoning for the approximately 2.92 acres of land located at 14618 Sandridge Road and recently annexed to the city as petitioned for by JTMG Holdings LTD, petitioner, and Anthony Wolf, agent. Resolution 3881 for third reading. Resolution adopting and enacting the Climate Action Resiliency Improvement Plan for the City of Bowling Green, Ohio.
Mr. President,
Mr. Dennis.
I move that we approve Resolution 3881.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Discussion?
Mr. President,
Ms. Phipps?
I'd like to offer an amendment to the resolution. I'd like to suggest that we move existing Section 2 and create a new Section 3 with that language, and then add language at new Section 2 that reads, as originally stated in Resolution number 3799, it is expected that the CAREP's goals and implementation schedule will be periodically reviewed and updated as necessary, but at least once every 5 years.
Second.
Okay. Properly moved and seconded. Discussion?
Mr. President,
Go ahead.
I guess I will just remind you that this language is what tracks what was originally in our resolution calling for the climate action plan. And I think it's important that that expectation makes it to the resolution before us now.
Any other discussion? Jody?
Robinette,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Harold,
Yes.
Hollenbaugh,
Yes.
Musgrave,
Yes.
Phipps.
Yes.
Okay, so that amendment is approved. Any other discussion on Resolution 381?
Mr. President,
Or Harold?
I'm sure that others would have said this and may still say it, but I do want to express my appreciation to the group that put so many hours into putting this document together. And I hope that it is something that is used over the years to come to improve our situation in Bowling Green.
Any other discussion?
Mr. President?
Ms. Phipps?
So I'll say that I'm very excited to support this resolution as amended tonight. I really believe that our citizens want this work done because this work is forward-thinking, because this work is fiscally responsible, and because this work will improve quality of life in our city. I too want to thank everyone on the Climate Action Planning Committee for all their hard work on this document. And then also thank the Ad Hoc Sustainability Committee, whose work was really the starting point for this planning process. And I'd like to raise 2 points with you all right now so we can hopefully revisit them in the coming months. The first, I continue to believe a Citizen Sustainability Commission of volunteers could play an important role here. Of course, a lot of the action items in the plan are within the purview of the Board of Public Utilities. And maybe other items in the plan are better chunked to existing commissions like the Tree Commissions, Parks, others. But this plan really reaches every part of city operations. And so I continue to wonder if a big picture sustainability commission isn't a good idea. So I'm hoping we can have some discussion about this as we approach council's strategic planning session this fall. And the second point is, I really believe embedding climate change funding in the city's next budget, as is suggested in the report, or the CAREP, will be critical to the plan's success. And I'm hoping that we can discuss that as well as part of our strategic planning session this fall.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Mr. President,
Mr. Dennis?
I would echo everything that the other council members have said. I recall being appointed to the Sustainability Advisory Commission by then Mayor Edwards, back before I had children or had a job. So it has been a very long endeavor, and I think a lot of people really will never realize the amount of time that city staff in particular and the volunteers on those committees put in. And I think that the product that we have in front of us really reflects all of that hard work.
Okay. Any other comments? All right. Jody?
Dennis?
Yes.
Harold?
Yes.
Hollenbaugh?
Yes.
Musgrave?
Yes.
Odoricio? I'm sorry, Phipps?
Yes.
Robinette?
Yes.
Abbott?
Okay, resolution 3881 is adopted as amended by substitution.
Ordinance 9274 comes off the table automatically.
Mr. President,
Ms. Phipps?
I move to adopt ordinance 9274.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Jody?
Harold?
Yes.
Hollenbaugh?
Yes.
Musgrave?
Yes.
Phipps?
Yes.
Robinette?
Yes.
Dennis?
Yes.
All right, ordinance 9274 is adopted.
Ordinance 9276 comes off the table automatically.
Mr. President,
Ms. Phipps?
I move to adopt ordinance 9276.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Jody?
Hollenbaugh?
Yes?
Musgrave?
Yes.
Phipps?
Yes.
Robinette?
Yes.
Dennis? Harold?
Yes.
All right, ordinance 9276 is adopted. Is there any other business to come before council?
Mr. President,
Mr. Harold,
move that we excuse Joel from tonight's meeting.
second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, any other business? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. Properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.